Here are solutions to homework set number 12 for ECE 463-663 motor controls. This homework set looks at observer design using LQR techniques. And Kalman filters are just a very specific type of observer. It's an observer designed using LQR techniques with a very specific Q and specific R. So this problem is look at a cart and pendulum system, design a full order observer for this system, assuming I have an input disturbance and sensor noise on position and sensor noise on angle. I can measure both position and angle. Come up with an observer that does that. Well, the first problem actually isn't an observer design, it's the feedback control design. This is an unstable system, so design a feedback controller to stabilize it, and let's force the steady state error to 0. So I'm going to add a servo compensator. That is similar to last week's homework. We have the plant, a servo compensator, full state feedback. Find the observer gains, or the feedback control gains, using LQR techniques. So doing that, form the augmented system, do LQR, wait the servo state, adjust the weighting on X to get the overshoot right. When I'm happy, that's what the step response looks like. That gives the dynamic system. Your X dot, servo Z dot is, here's your A matrix, B matrix with respect to R, B matrix with respect to the noise on the input, B matrix with respect to the noise on the position sensor, B matrix with respect to the noise on the angle sensor. So putting them all together, I actually have 4 inputs, my set point, and so on. That lets me add the terms one by one. If I try that to see how it behaves, here is the noise on the input, noise on position, noise on angle. Here's my set point, my initial condition, my ABCD matrix. Here's the augmented B matrix with respect to R, U, X, theta. If I plot the step response with no noise, so all these terms are turned off, there's my step response in the ideal case, no noise. If there is noise, then it's going to kind of chatter around a little bit. That's noise affecting the system. Okay, that was problem number 1. Problem 2 is, suppose I can't measure all the states. I can just measure position and angle. Use pole placement to find a full order observer. Now, a problem I have with full order observers is I don't know what to do with more than one input. So pick an input that's controllable. I chose position. That's my C matrix. Here's a pole placement, and there's H. If I try that, here's my augmented system, plant, servo, observer. H winds up right here. I am measuring position for the observer. I'm not using angle because I don't know what to do with it. That H takes this noise and puts it into the observer. If I try it, I get some pretty big gains on H. So what that means is the sensor noise is going to affect the observer and mess up the state estimates. If I try it, here's the augmented system. I've got 9 poles, or 9 states, 4 for the plant, 4 for the observer, 1 for the servo compensator. Plot the response. So here's now my augmented B matrix with respect to R. This is your X, servo, observer states. B matrix with respect to U, X, here's where the observer gain comes in, H, and theta. I'm not using theta for the observer, so that's 0. Plot the step response with noise, and here's what you get. Again, not a great system, it's actually kind of worse. That's because my observer has noise on it. H is not optimal. I picked H to place the poles. Those large gains are amplifying the noise. Can I do better? Well, the answer is actually yes. That's Kalman filter. Let's come up with the optimal observer. For the optimal observer, that's designed using LQR techniques, where Q is F transpose F times the input noise. R, where's R? R is the sensor noise. I've got 0.01 on position, 0.01 on angle. My C matrix is, I've got two outputs, position and angle. So this is X, here's theta. Now I want to find H using LQR techniques. This is the feedback gain from the position measurement. Here's the feedback gain from the angle measurement. I use them both. That's one of the advantages of LQR techniques. If I have two sensors, I use them both. Versus pole placement, I don't know what to do with the second sensor. In addition, this is kind of an optimal trade-off. I don't want really large gains because that amplifies the noise from the sensors. But I don't want zero gains. I've got to stabilize the system. So this is the optimal trade-off. What that does is now the augmented system has, here's your A matrix, here's the net B matrix, and notice this is where the observer gains come in. The observer gain on X comes in right here. The observer gain on theta comes in right here. They both affect the observer. If I simulate it to see what it looks like, and these gains are better than before. Before the gain was like, 200. Plot the step response. It's, again, the red line is the actual state. The wiggly line is the observer. Observer is tracking much better. There's still noise in the system. That's the noise affecting the observer, affecting the plant. But that's the best I can do. Let's see. Sometimes, even if I can measure something, I might not want to use it. So for the servo compensator, C went right here. I used the actual measurement, which had noise on it. If instead I use the observer estimate, then before, I'll show you kind of a subtlety. This guy was in here. The noise on X went straight into the observer, or straight into the servo compensator, that term. If I take that term out, what that means is instead of using X for the servo compensator, I'm using the observer state. So it goes here. That gives you a little bit better tracking. So even if I can measure a state, I might not want to use it because the observer helps filter out the noise. That is homework set number 12 for ECE 463 Modern Control. Observers, specifically observers designed using LQR techniques, which leads to a Kalman filter.